Welcome to your Backcare class. We'll get started lying on the back. So a couple of options to start with, and you can always decide, what's going to be best for me. The first option is knees bent, feet flat on the floor. I like to put a bolster here. You can see if that's true for you. This is constructive rest. What it does is helps to take pressure off the low back, and it releases the large iliopsoas muscle. I'll get that for you, Jocelyn. You just get comfy. Okay. Another option is leg long with a bolster underneath. You can always also do that. And then the third option, if you ever come to class and it feels like, oh man, my shoulders are so tight, I want to release them, you can always start in heart bed pose where we put a bolster propped up and then lean back. So you decide for you, what feels best for me? What feels best for me? And then the position that you've chosen for today, what I'd like you to do, please, is see if it feels okay to close your eyes. We're just going to start with rest. And we'll do a nice full release of our breath together. So full breath in through the nose. Exhale, big sigh out the mouth, let it go. You've got it. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Yeah, beautiful. One more breath just like that. Good. Start now to invite your breath in and out of the nostrils. And as you breathe softly here in and out of the nostrils, find just a little bit of space between lips and teeth. See if you might be able to invite in a small, very gentle smile to play on the corners of the lips. And then we'll take a little bit of time to sink, to settle down into the earth so you can let the shoulders shrug down and away from the ears. You might even do that with a sigh, really symbolically releasing a little bit of the weight of your world right now. Perhaps 1, 2, or even 3 times, letting those shoulders release. And then draw your awareness to the jaw where we unconsciously hold tension. That also then transfers to tension in the pelvis, and let the lower jaw just release a little bit away from upper jaw. You might even nod the head just slightly up and down. That also helps to release the jaw. And now we'll invite in our full diaphragmatic breathing. So either with palms face down on the ribs, elbows bent, or arms slightly out to the side, palms face up, your choice. Feel as you inhale, the belly rise, the ribs expand outward. As you exhale, the belly draws in, ribs gather inward. So feeling on the inhale, that expansion, widening, opening. On the exhale, that soft, gentle return to center. Now, if you have your hands on your ribs, you'll be able to feel the movement of the ribs beneath the hands. If you have your arms out to the side, I invite you to stretch, widen the fingers on the inhale and curl or soften the fingers on the exhale. So with the hands slightly out to the side, you're mimicking the movement of the ribs. With palms on the ribs, you're feeling the ribs move. We do this in Backcare specifically because a lot of the research around breath and pain shows us that if we breathe in this way, breathing in and out of the nose as much as possible, finding the expansion of ribs on inhale and gathering, narrowing of ribs on exhale, that can actually help to dampen pain signals. So it reduces pain in the body, and specifically for low back pain and neck pain. So we know that when we're stressed, we tend to breathe through the mouth a little bit more and breathe a little higher in the chest. This full diaphragmatic breathing is inviting the breath deeper, lower, fuller in the body. Good. Now, as you continue to breathe just like that, I invite you now to begin to set your samkalpa, your intention for practice today. Now, to set your samkalpa, ask yourself this question: what quality would I like to invite into my practice today? What quality would I like to cultivate in this practice today? And today, the answer might be around healing or rest, or maybe developing some more strength or resilience, maybe something else. Now, whatever answer for you begins to rise up, to bubble up, begin to set that as your samkalpa, as your intention for practice today. So see that word or that phrase in your mind's eye. And now let's begin to invite in the feeling of that samkalpa, the feeling of that intention through the body. We can set our samkalpas together with the breath. So first just exhale, release out the breath, let it go. Big breath out. You can breathe out the mouth. And then inhale, draw that samkalpa through. Exhale, soft, gentle release out the mouth, let it go. Got it. Again, inhale, draw that samkalpa through. Exhale, little release to let go. Yeah, beautiful. One more breath just like that. Breathing in and breathing out. Yeah, beautiful. With that samkalpa, that intention set, let's start now to move the body. So you can start with a little wiggle of fingers, little wiggle of toes. Let the head, the neck roll just a little bit from side to side. And then as you're ready, go for a big long stretch. So you can reach arms up over the head, press heels forward. Now, if you, like me, have a bolster, just kick it out of the way. We don't need it now. Just get it out of the way for you. And then let's come into that side stretch. Bert and I were talking about this before class. We're moving from the waist, leaning over to one side. If the low back is okay with it, the legs can follow too. So you make sort of a C shape. It doesn't work for everyone, so you're going to adapt. Good. Feel free to let those arms go really wide and then feel the breath again, that full breath in and out. This lateral side stretching of the spine, super important to create space in the spine itself. Take another breath. Yeah, and then as you're ready, come on back through center and then walk your way to the other side. So upper body, then lower body, maybe. You can check and see if it feels okay on that side. Maybe crisscross ankles. Take another full breath. Yeah, good. One more breath there. You got it. And then come back through center and then let's do that full body stretch again. So press out through heels. You can interlace the fingers, either bring them towards the ceiling or maybe the back wall if the shoulders are okay with it. Take one more breath there. You might even walk one ankle one at a time. Good. And then as you exhale, undo the hands, arms come down beside you. Start to slowly bend the knees. You can do that one at a time. And then bring the knees in towards your chest. You're going to give yourself a little hug, a little cuddle. You can also start some little circles here. So keeping the knees together. Eyes can be closed. Let's do this as a real moving meditation. So half the circle's the inhale, the other half is the exhale. Now we're massaging into the back of the pelvis and the low back, that lumbar area and sacrum area of the spine. So really normal if you have low back pain to feel that a little bit more acutely right now. This movement, go ahead, switch directions, actually create space in the low back. So let the breath be full. Good. You got it. Good. Nice and slow. Good. And now we'll come into big hip circles. So with hands on knees, you can separate the knees, push them away from the chest, away from each other. And then back in towards the chest and back towards each other. So nice big full circles. Take your time. Good. Your main job here being breath, that full diaphragmatic breath. Now, the reason why this movement can be good, making the big circles with the knees, is it actually helps to lubricate inside the hip joint. Go ahead, switch directions. So we have this sac of synovial fluid, it's called. It's like oil for the joint. And when we move the knees around like this, massaging the thigh bones and the hip socket, it allows that synovial fluid to really lubricate the cartilage inside the hip joint. That takes pressure off the back. Good, you got it. Now from here, we'll just do a little shake out. So you can reach up arms, reach up legs, and then just shake it all out. Shake it out just as you are. Good. Go ahead, draw your knees back in towards your chest. Another little cuddle. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to have a little reach for your slightly deflated Pilates ball. So that little purple ball for most of us. And that goes right underneath the bum. Yeah, you've got it there. Bert, yours is also, yeah. Hiding. Good. Okay, so we're going to take it underneath the bum. Lorraine, if you got one too. Yeah. So it brings you into the tiniest little back bend. Now the hands can be down beside you. And then as you inhale, feel your low back arch. So shoulders roll back. As you exhale, you're going to tuck tail under. So on the inhale, you're finding that little back bend. On the exhale, that opposite movement, tuck tail under. Now, the reason that we do this, and I really recommend you doing this at home in bed, at night or in the morning, is it actually helps to bring a little bit more fluid inside the spinal discs themselves. The spinal discs are over 90% water, but in order for them to get hydrated, to really fill with that water, it requires movement. So this type of movement, starts a process that's called imbition from the word imbibe, to drink. So the spinal discs are actually drinking as you're doing this. Yeah, George. Yeah. Great question. If you're at home and if you're in bed, your mattress is going to fill the space that the slow-mo ball fills there. So you absolutely don't need it. Just do it in on your mattress. Yeah. And in fact, you can do this on the mat without the slow-mo ball. For some people, it's not as comfortable. I like it because it provides a little bit of padding to an area where that can be a little sore. Yeah. But George, yeah, you don't need this at home. You can just go on your mattress. Now, the next movement is side to side lateral movements. We're going to roll hips over to one side, head might follow, and then exhale down through center. Inhale to the other side, exhale through center. I like to bring my arms to the side, kind of like cactus arms, or if the arms don't really touch the ground, you can go wider. The reason is when you do that pelvic movement side to side with the arms out to the side, you get into here, the space between the shoulder blades as well. That's it exactly, Wendy. Yeah, you've got it. So here what we're doing is all the movements of the spine. And I'll talk about that a little bit more as we go through class today. Right now, what you're doing is lateral side movement. Yeah. Now, the next one that I'll have you do is rotation of the spine. This is a gentle twist, super safe for the back. You're going to heel toe your feet out wide. So as wide as the mat or even wider. And then let the knees, so windshield wiper knees roll over to one side. Now your head can turn to the opposite side. So my knees are to left, head turns to right. I'll take a breath or two there. And then I can inhale, bring the knees up, and exhale to the other side. This is new for you. Just be really gentle with this movement. The benefit of doing this windshield wiper knees for our twist is it gets into the thoracic spine. That's the 12 vertebrae that the ribs attach to. For many of us, if we have any shoulder pain or neck pain, it can really, really help to get into this thoracic spine. Now, if you want to get deeper into shoulders, here's another option. You can do basket arms. Arms reach up, crisscross forearms, so hand catches opposite elbow. And then the knees go to one side, arms go to the other. And then you inhale up through center and exhale to the other side. So the weight of the arms helps to release the connective tissue, the fascia, around the upper back and shoulders. And for almost all of us, we know we've got pretty tight shoulders. This is a great way to get in there. Now, if this is feeling good, you can just switch your crisscrossing. So your opposite forearm's on top, and that helps you get into your non-dominant shoulder or your other shoulder. Now we're going to continue for a little bit. If the low back is pretty tender today, or this is new for you, you're going to stay with this movement, just going from side to side. If the low back feels relatively okay and you think, oh, I want to have more of a hip stretch, you can bring the arms down. Knees go over to one side, say the right, and then that bottom right ankle crosses over the left thigh. So like a figure four. You can take a breath or two and then go to the other side. And Wendy, you're going to stick with that one. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Good. You got it. So ideally, when we're doing this warm up and we do this the same way every class, we're getting into this sort of moving meditation quality The reason why this is helpful for back pain is it brings us into the rest, digest, repair branch of the nervous system called parasympathetic. So a lot of our pain is deeply connected to the nervous system. And what it means when we're in rest, digest, and repair is the body feels safe. So things that have been tightly held feel like they can let go. Good. Yeah, you got it. All right, my friends, come on back through center. And then heel toe your feet closer towards each other and then closer towards your bum. So narrow distance apart and heels close towards your bum. Bring just the right leg up. So left foot's on the ground, right leg is up. And then go ahead and start to draw a little circle with that right leg. So you're drawing a little circle in one direction and then the other. This is starting to wake up deep core strength. This is when I really recommend, yeah, that's it. Bring in that SH breath. So the audible shh breath, and helps us to bring in the strength of the pelvic floor muscles and the deep abdominals. Now, if this feels great and you think, I want more, you can bring the leg wider out to its own side. So that's asking for more work, more demand on the core. You might also be a little creative, maybe draw a little figure eight. Do what feels good here. We're just exploring. Good. Yeah. Excellent. Now we're going to lower and raise the legs. So as you're ready, inhale, leg lowers. Exhale, do a breath, bring it up. Now knee can be bent as you're doing this. It does not need to be straight. That's it. On the exhale, it's coming back up. Nice and strong. Yeah, beautiful. Good. Let's do one or two more. Excellent. And then as you're ready, you can bring the foot down onto the ground. Take another breath here, in and out. You might even wiggle out your hips a little bit. Now let's bring that left leg up. Left leg up, knee a little bit bent. We're just doing the exact same sequence on this side. So starting with little circles. Really normal for it to feel different, sometimes drastically different from side to side. As humans, we are beautifully asymmetrical. We're never the same right side to left. If you feel less steady on this side, press through the right foot a bit more. And then you can, layer on that SH breath, that audible shh. If you want, you can even take your hand around your tummy and you'll feel how the abdominal muscles gather the ribs in a little tighter on that SH breath. And you can go a little wider, figure eight, do what feels good. Yeah. Beautiful, good. Now we'll lower and raise the leg. As you inhale, leg lowers, exhale, shush it up. Just go with breath. Inhaling to lower, exhale to bring it back up. Take your time. Yeah, good. That's it. So starting to engage those deep core muscles to support the spine. Beautiful. One more. Great. And then go ahead, bring the foot down to the ground. You can press through the heels, lift up, remove that slow-mo ball, place it to the side. And then see what feels good for you. Have a little check-in with your body. Does it feel good to bring knees towards your chest for a hug? Does it feel good to do windshield wiper knees? You check in. What feels good for you? Okay. Now we're going to come into hamstring release. Please grab your yoga strap, your belt, place it along the sole of your right foot, and then just slide the hands down the strap so elbows rest on the ground. Have a little bend of that right knee as you guide the leg towards you, and then point and flex. So you might feel a stretch into the calf. Jocelyn, do you need a strap? There you go. Yeah, I'll grab it for you. Just go ahead and I'll grab it for you. So you can point and flex as you're going here. You can also do, if you want, that sciatic nerve release. And what that is as you inhale, knee comes in towards your chest, chin tucks. As you exhale, you press the heel up towards the sky and the head tilts up. Yeah, and I'll show you if that's unclear. So we have that large sciatic nerve that comes out of the low back, the lumbar spine. And sometimes what happens is it'll get impinged or pressed upon. So this release you can do this at home too. You also don't need a strap. You could do it at home in your bed. Good. Okay, next time leg comes up, keep it up. Keep that dorsiflexion of the foot or heel up. Bring the leg just a little away from you till the thigh bones straight up and down are perpendicular to the floor, then tug down and draw a little circle. So this should feel quite nice for the back of the pelvis. You're getting a little massage. If you can't really feel it, bring the leg farther away from you. And then you might be able to feel that back of pelvis. You can do that in both directions. Take a little extra breath. Good. Okay, now we're going to lower and raise the leg again, but just slacken your grip on the strap. Inhale, leg lowers. Exhale, bring it up. Go with breath. We're going to do this multiple times. So this raising and lowering the leg can, again, just help to release pressure on the back. You've got it. We'll do one or two more. Nice. Next time the leg comes up, keep it up. We'll come into a twist. So both sides of the strap that goes into your left hand, right leg crosses over to the left. Choice one, you keep left foot on the ground. Choice two, you can scoot your bottom over towards the right side of the mat, just so you have a bit more room to roll all the way over onto left hip, left knee. And you can see what feels best for you today. However you are, take some time to feel that breath again. Full breath in and out. Good. You might even point and flex through the foot. Great way to release the hip. Take another breath. Good. Nice. And then as you're ready, come on back through center. Switch sides so you can bring the left foot in the strap, right foot down onto the ground, little bend of the knee, guide the leg towards you. Start to point and flex. So pointing and flexing, releasing into the calf, the hamstring muscles that attach to the base of the pelvis. Be really gentle here. If you want to do that sciatic nerve flossing, that sciatic nerve release, you inhale, knee towards the chest, chin tucks in, so you're looking at the chest. Exhale, press heel up, looking up towards the sky. You can do that with your breath. This is called a nerve flossing technique. We have a bunch of them for different nerves. This one's for sciatica. Yeah, good. Okay. Now, next time the leg comes up, let's keep it up. You can find that dorsiflexion of the foot and then bring the leg just a little away from you. So it's straight up and down, perpendicular to the floor, and then start your massage for the back of the hips. So the massage comes by tugging down on the strap and then simultaneously drawing a little circle. If you don't really feel that in the back of the hip, just move the leg a little farther away from you. Yeah, and you can do that in both directions. Take your time. It should feel quite nice, massage-like for the back of the hip, the SI, that sacroiliac joint. Good. All right, now we're going to start to lower and raise the leg, hand slide down the strap. Inhale, leg lowers. Exhale, bring it up. Go with breath. Taking your time with this. Beautiful. Yes. Good. Yeah, you got it. We'll do, say, one or two more. One or two more. Yeah. And then next time leg comes up, keep it up. We'll find our twist. Both sides of the strap go into the right hand. Left leg crosses over to the right. So choice one, you're keeping the right foot on the ground. Choice two, you're scooting your bottom over towards the left side of the mat. So you roll over onto right hip, right knee, left leg a little closer towards the ground. Whatever you're choosing, go back to your breath. Find that full breath in and out. Good. And again. Yeah, beautiful. You got it. And then as you're ready, come on back through center. You can take that strap off, place it to the side, and then once again, check back in with your body. What feels good for you? Knees to chest, windshield wiper knees. Good. Excellent. Okay, we'll do a little bit of core work on our back. What I'd like you to please have nearby is your thick block. Have that nearby. And then a foam chip block that's going to go underneath your bum. That just helps you keep your legs up and gives you a bit of extra padding. So foam chip block underneath your bum, larger block nearby. And then lift up arms, lift up legs. And for some of us, we might find, we can lessen the head support once the legs are up. Bend the elbows a little bit, bend the knees, tuck your chin slightly. We'll do opposite arm, opposite leg movement. So right arm, left leg as you inhale, and then bring it back. Opposite side, left arm, right leg, bring it back. Go from side to side. You're moving with your breath here. This helps to recruit the deepest back muscles. They're called the multifidus back muscles. And they're like these little crisscross muscles on either side of the spine. When we strengthen them, there's pretty good research to show that we have less back pain when these are strengthened. Yeah, we're going to do a couple more. Go with your breath. If you need to take a pause, please do anytime. Good. Excellent. Okay, and then just take a little pause here, either knees in towards the chest or windshield wiper knees, your choice. Good. Excellent. Okay, next one we'll do is the block between the palms. Some of you are familiar with this. So what I'm doing is I've got my thick block and I'm just holding it by pressing my palms to the block. Now start with feet onto the ground. And we'll do a shoulder movement first where we inhale, reach the arms up over the head. You're going to feel that stretch, thoracic spine. Exhale, arms back to starting position. Inhale up over the head. And then starting position. Do that a couple more times so you can feel that extension of the thoracic spine. Good. Yeah, you got it. One or two more. Good. Okay, and then just take a little pause. You're welcome to bring the block down beside you as you do. All right, next variation. Same thing with the block. So it's once again between the palms, feet are on the ground. This time, as you bring the arms up over your head, your right knee lifts up. There's the inhale. Exhale, foot comes back down. Left side, inhale. And exhale. Keep going from side to side. So you're essentially walking side to side, starting to get into those deep multifidus muscles. You might be able to also feel, deep abdominals. Good. Last one. Good. And then take a little pause. Again, you can bring that block down just for a moment. You can either do knees in towards the chest or windshield wiper knees. I'm going to give you another variation, but before I do, just check in with your body, see how it feels. If the low back's really tender today, here's what you're going to do. You're going to do the exact same movement we just did. So block is between the palms and you lift up one foot at a time as the arms come up over the head and knot. Now, if it feels like, nope, I've got more in me today, low back's feeling pretty good, the knees are going to start in an up position. So thigh bones are perpendicular to the floor. And it'll look like this. As you inhale, that right leg goes straight. Heel presses towards the opposite wall. You exhale it back. You inhale to extend left leg, long arms up over the head, and it back. So whatever you're choosing, either the marching that we did before or the extending of the legs, go with that strong shush breath. The low back is tender with the legs up. Don't bring the legs up. You've got options. Please use them. Good. I'm going to do two more. So one more each side. Good. Last one. Excellent. Okay, take that block down beside you. Again, little windshield wiper knees. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to change position. So take out your foam chip block. Roll over to the side. And we're going to meet for our hands and knees. If you prefer to do this seated, you absolutely can. Now, if your knees are tender, please place one or two foam blocks underneath the knees. That's a great way to come into it. If your wrists are tender, please come onto fists or forearms. So you're taking the choice that works best for you. On the exhale, let's round the spine, head drops down. And then as you inhale, start to find that little arch at the back. Yeah, so our spinal waves or a cat-cow. Now this is the exact same movement we did when we were on our back. But when we're on hands and knees, you can maybe feel, this gets into those shoulders a little bit more. Yeah, good. Lovely. Now we can get into the shoulders a little bit more with a little adaptation. I'll show you where I bring my fingertips off the mat. So I'm not on my wrists anymore. I'm on fingertips. My bum leans way back like a long child's pose. I can hang out here, or I can add a lateral movement where I bring my hips over to one side, that elbow bends. I exhale back through center, so it's like I'm drawing a smiley face. I inhale up to the other side, that elbow bends, and I exhale back. See how that feels going from side to side. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. We've got other options you can do. Good. Yeah, beautiful. You're just moving with your breath here. If it feels great and you think, I want more, you could see, oh, how could I build a little figure eight movement in here? If you don't feel that coordinated today, don't worry, no pressure. Take another breath. All right, now from here, we're going to find our child's pose or a balasana. Now you can keep the block there if it's comfortable for you, if you've got it for padding, or you can take it away. Knees can be together or apart, your choice. Arms can crisscross for support, or you could grab a block for support. So I just want you to be comfortable here. If in child's pose, it really doesn't feel good for the knees, doesn't feel good for the body, come right onto the tummy. Now let's take pause so we can feel the breath and go back to that movement of the ribs with the breath. As you inhale, the ribs expand outward. As you exhale, the ribs gather inward. In our Backcare class, we don't do any seated forward folds because that puts undue pressure on the low back. But child's pose or down dog, these are wonderful forward folds to do for the back. Yeah, you can rock the head a little bit from side to side if you like. Maybe even rock the hips if that feels good. Yeah, beautiful. You got it. Take another breath in and out. Yeah. Lovely. Good. Okay, now from here, I'm going to invite a little bit more activity with a plank flow. You can take your block out of the way if you had one. Extend your arms as far forward as you can. So you could reach towards the front of the mat. Fingers spread. Now, as you inhale, come up through hands and knees. Do that by tugging through the fingers. Come up through hands and knees. If it feels okay, you can find high plank by tucking toes under. And then as you exhale, knees come down if they were up. And then you lean back into your child's pose. I keep my toes tucked. I inhale to come up, find my plank. And then I exhale to come on back. If it doesn't feel good to lift the knees up, don't. You've got options. If you're doing this and you think, I want more, I am not going to ruin your fun. You could have more by lifting one leg up. That gets into those deep back muscles. If you saw that and you thought, absolutely no way, don't do it. We've all got our options. Good. Yeah, and if you want to take a rest at any time, please do as well. Good. You've got it. We're going to do two more if you're doing the flow with me. Good. And then we're going to return to our child's pose. So if you're there already, you're in the perfect place. If you're finding, oh, child's pose doesn't feel so good for me anymore, you can come on down to the tummy. That's where we're going to go next anyways. Yeah, have a little pause, either in child's pose or your tummy. Feel that beautiful breath coming into the ribs. So letting that full diaphragmatic breathing expand and contract the ribs. Full diaphragmatic breathing come into the belly. Yeah. Good. All right, my friends in child's pose, come on down to the tummy. If it doesn't feel good for you to be on the tummy for any reason, you can do this on hands and knees. And we're going to start with our forearms crisscross, and we're going to start to engage the glutes, so the buttock muscles, by tucking toes under. We're going to do that one leg at a time. Tuck the right toes under. And then as you inhale, tug the heel back. So kneecap lifts, hip slides back. As you exhale, untuck top of the foot, toenails on the ground. Keep the leg straight, lift up the leg. That's it. You'll feel the glute. Exhale, lower down. Left side, toes tuck under. Tug heel back as you inhale. Exhale, untuck top of the foot onto the ground. Inhale, lift the leg, leg is straight. Exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Right side again, toes tuck under. Tug heel back as you inhale. You got it. Exhale, untuck top of the foot onto the ground. Inhale, bring the leg up. Exhale, down. Left side last time, toes tuck under. Tug heel back as you inhale. Exhale, untuck top of the foot onto the ground. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, down. Beautiful. Okay, take a little rest. Turn your cheek to one side. You can bend the knees and do some little windshield wipers here to release the back. So twisting is always a great release for the back. Okay, we're going to work with back strength now from the tummy. So legs are down. We'll do a cobra flow. So hands slide back, elbows tug back. As you're ready, fingers are spread. Inhale, lift up the chest. You're looking on the ground in front of you. Exhale, tuck the chin, lower down partway, look down on the ground. Now here comes the strength. Tug back through the elbows, come onto the fingertips. Really tug those elbows back. Exhale, come all the way down. Let's do that again. We inhale to lift. Exhale, lower down partway. Tug back through the elbows, lift up, maybe lift palms. Exhale down. Last time. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower down partway. Tug back through the elbows, maybe lift palms up. You got it. Exhale down. Beautiful. Crisscross your forearms, turn your cheek the other side. And then just let your lower legs sway from side to side. Beautiful. Okay. Now from here, 3 options. Option 1, hang out here for a few more breaths. Option 2, slide the hands back, push up through hands and knees for child's pose. Option 3, come up through hands and knees to find your downward facing dog. So you choose what feels best for you. Does not matter what you choose. All are great options for releasing the spine after the strength work that we've done. Good. Yeah, you've got it. Take another breath. Good. Okay, now we are coming to standing today. It won't be for long, but we are going to stand today. So in your own time, you can walk hands to feet or feet to hands. Take your hands onto the thighs, elbows out to the side. And we're coming up to a halfway position from here. And then we'll find our chair pose. So sink down with your bum. Lift the chest up. You can bring the arms up as well. Good. From there, you can widen the arms. And then come all the way up. Inhale. You've got it. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Okay, give a little bit of a shake out. Okay. So I was talking with somebody earlier about some pain down here on Fred. Where that is on us is you're to put sort of your first finger forward, thumb back. Does that make sense? And then reach back here and then even do a little march. This is the SI joint where the sacrum, the lowest part of the spine, comes together with the ilium. It's really common to have SI joint pain along here. Couple of things that can be great for it. One is, well, not great for the pain, like to help the pain, to help the pain, is to get into our glutes, to get these a little bit more active. So we're going to work on that today. Come towards the back of your mat. This is familiar for some of you. Left foot, step it forward. Now take your right hand on your right buttock, so the right glute. What we're going to do is activate this glute, okay? So you're going to bend into that left knee, come onto the right tippy toes. And as you do, maybe lift the foot up just slightly and then bring it down. And can you feel as you do that? Yeah, you can feel that contract as you lift. And can you feel it release as you lower? Ideally. Try it a few times. Little contraction, little release. Let's do that one more time. Good. Okay. And then switch. We're going to bring the right foot forward, left hand on left buttock, and then same thing. So what happens for many of us, and if we're spending a lot of time seated, for sure this is happening, our glutes get a little sleepy. They kind of forget how it is that they can wake up. That puts a lot of pressure on the low back. So if we can wake these glutes up, we can take pressure off the low back. Can you feel that on both sides a little bit? For some of us, one side responds better And then the other, and that's okay. Pain, pain. Okay, well, don't do so much. Good, bring it back down. Okay, now take your hands onto your hips, roll it out. Okay. The next thing we'll work with is nice, good hip work, George. He's going to be a belly dancer. And oh, okay, excellent. It's good to have dreams. Yeah, George. Great. I'm very happy for you, my friend. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to do that same thing. Anytime the leg is behind us, it's called extension of the hip. Leg behind, extension of the hip. Anytime the leg is behind us, the glute should contract. Again, sometimes it gets a little sleepy. We're going to do a very, very fun exercise to get into it a little bit more. Now, you will either, just checked his watch. Okay, so you're either going to use a chair for support or a wall. And let me show you what it is that we're going to do. Again, I just can't tell you how fun it is. So fun. Now, we're going to have a block down in front of us or on the chair. And I'll show you two different versions so you can see. Now I have right leg forward, left leg back. I'm going to reach down and press on the block or press on the chair. My back leg comes up and then I bring myself right back up again. That's all. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to lean forward, lift up the leg, bring it back down. If going all the way down to the ground hurts your back, please put the block on a chair instead. So you don't need to be a hero. You don't need to go all the way down. If you are, you're coming up and down a few times. Yeah. And if you think, I could do it if I had a bit of support, give yourself a break and put a chair beside you so you can hang on to a chair as you go down. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly so. So there's lots of different ways we can support ourselves. Good. Now we've done one side a few times, yes? Come on back up, please. Let that be enough. Roll out your hips. Good. You probably know where we're going to go. We're going to the other side. We're going to the other side. So you can use a chair for support. It's going to be left foot forward. We're reaching down, hand on the block, coming back up. Why would I make you do that? One is it gets into that glute. For sure, it's working here. The other thing is for many of us with low back issues, don't you find on the way back up from bending forward is where the pain happens? So if we can train ourselves to keep this beautiful long spine coming down, it can really help take pressure off the back. Do one more. Good. You got it. And then come on up. Let that be enough. Roll out your lovely hips. If you can get into is it belly dancing like George is doing? Perfect. Good. How does that feel after doing that? Okay. You feel it on that side? The other thing that it's doing, if you're like, oh, that's hard, the leg that is your standing leg is also working really hard. It's not just back leg. And it is the gluteus medius, the side butt muscle that's really working whenever we're one leg balance. The reason that we care about that for any of us with SI joint issues, we want to strengthen this gluteus medius as well. Yeah, exactly. You've got it right in there. Yeah. Okay, let's work that out a little bit, Jerry. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Come up towards the top of your mat. We're just going to flow ourselves down together. You can have those chairs out to the side. We don't need them now. Hands at the heart. Yeah, you can just lean it against the wall there, Wendy. Okay, as you're ready, inhale, rise up tall. As you exhale, bend the knees, bring the chest forward, find halfway forward, fold hands on thighs. Inhale up part way. Good. Exhale, come on back down. Now let's find our way onto hands and knees. You can get there however you want. It does not need to be in any way graceful. Just find your way onto your hands and your knees. And then let's again go into those spinal waves. Great way to release the back. So sometimes when we do motions like that, the muscles around the either side of the spine will get a little bit tense. This is a good way to release them out. Yeah, you've got it. Good. Let's do one or two more, one or two more. Yeah, beautiful. Good. Okay, excellent. Now, from here, my friends, oh, great news for you. We're coming down to our backs, and we are going to be on our backs the whole rest of class. As their other transition was, this does not need to be graceful. If you want to do a child's pose on the way down, please do. Shavasana, Jocelyn, you go for it. Absolutely. We've got a few more things to do, but if Shavasana is your choice, you're welcome to take your choice. Have a sip of water if you've got water nearby. Grab your head support. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Wendy. Okay, so head support. Go ahead and lie down. Bring your knees in towards your chest or do windshield wiper knees, your choice. Good. Okay, we're going to do a little release for the back next. And this is going to be a psoas release or hip flexor release. So right knee stays bent, extend the left leg long on the mat. You can take your hand on the front of that left hip and then just roll the whole thigh bone in and out. So it's like a flip flop of the whole leg. Yeah, that's it, Jerry. Yeah. So you've got right knee bent, left leg just flip flopping around. Now, for many of us, if we get that low back pain, just this motion, you can do it in bed too, really helps to take that kind of sting out of the low back pain. Releases a muscle in the front of the hip called the iliacus. Now we're going to go a little deeper into this. Let the left toes roll in towards center. So sort of knee rolls in. Left arm lifts up towards the sky. And then you're going to plant it on the ground, either beside you or above you, wherever feels okay for the shoulder. So let it rest. You can even put it on a block or something. Now, invite your eyes to close and then find full breath. So full inhale and full exhale. Good. Try that a couple of times. Full inhale and full exhale. Good. Now we're going to add on a release for the side of the back with a side stretch. Let the right arm also come up over the hand. And then do a side stretch over towards the right. So it's the left side body from the pelvis to the rib cage to the armpit. Whole left side is stretching as you lean over towards the right side. Good. You can leave the props there, Wendy. It's okay. I can put them away afterwards. Yeah. Take another couple of breaths just as you are. Good. Yeah, beautiful. And then as you're ready, come on back through center. Bring the arms down beside you. You can rebend the knee. Just spend a little moment checking in. See if you feel any different from right to left side. We'll extend now the right leg long. You can bring the hand in front of the hip. So the left knee is bent, right leg is long. And then you can just flip flop, let that whole leg roll in and out. So you're finding that movement inside the hip itself. So this is again releasing that hip flexor, the iliacus, right in the inside of the hip. For many of us, when we have that low back pain, releasing this can help to release the pain. And then end with the big toe side of that right foot, roll it in. So rolling in the leg. Lift up right arm, let it settle on the ground in some way above or beside the head. Eyes can close here, breath can be released. You might even sigh a little bit here. So really letting full breath come in and out. Good. You can even do, big kind of shh to release. Good. Now let's lift up the left arm as well. And then we'll do our lateral stretch. So leaning over towards the left side. So feeling that stretch through the right hip, right rib cage, even into the right armpit. Breath really full. Good. Yeah, beautiful. Let's take another big breath in and out. Yeah, lovely. And then as you're ready, go ahead, come back through center. Release the arms down beside you. You can re-bend that right knee. Have a little movement from side to side with the knees and see how that feels in the low back. Good. Yeah, lovely. Okay, we're going to come into a little bit of a back bend next. You can grab either your thick block or your bolster or even your thin block. We're just going to put something underneath the bum. So it doesn't need to be big. I'm going to press down through my heels, lift up, press that block underneath. Now, what I find as I lift my hips up in the back bend is I no longer need my head support because it kind of adjusts for the position of the pelvis. And let's just spend time today just in this back bend. So you can either take hands on the belly or the ribs and see if you can find that full breath in and full breath out. For many of us with disc issues, doing a restorative back bend like this can help any herniation of the disc that sort of pushes the bit that's herniated back in. If you want to feel a little bit more here, and that might not be you might feel quite good as you are, you don't need to change it. But if you do want to feel a little bit more, what you could experiment with is extending one leg a little longer. So I'm doing that with my left leg, and I'm having that left leg go almost straight. The toes kind of point up, the heel is on the ground. And similar to that psoas release that we were doing before, we're now releasing this whole side of the left. Good. Take another couple of breaths like that, leg extended. Yeah. And then you're going to rebend. So if you did extend that left leg, you're going to rebend. Spend a breath or two there and then extend right leg long. And this can be by any amount. So you're welcome to stay with both knees totally bent, extend the leg just a little bit, or extend the leg all the way. We're all going to be a bit different. Feedback from your body as if you can breathe fully and there's no additional, so extra pain. You're in a place where the body is feeling pretty good, it's releasing. If you're trying something new and the feedback from the body is shortened breath or increased pain, it's your body saying, that's not so good. I want to go back to where I was before. And that's it. Just take another breath or two. Good. If you did extend your leg, you can re-bend. Plant both feet flat on the floor. Take another breath. Good. Now we're going to come out of the back bend, but first we just need to get into our low back muscles to initiate them a little bit. Lift up your toes, all the toes, and release them back down. Do that a couple of times. And all that does is it puts a bit more weight into the heels. When we press into the heels, it activates the muscles of the low back. So feel now, either with toes lifted or not, feel those heels press down, almost as if the heels could press away from you towards the bottom of the mat. Do that a few times, almost like you're rocking your pelvis by pressing the heels away from you. And then you can come out of the back bend by pressing down through the heels, lifting your bum up, remove the support, come all the way down. If you had removed your head support, you can replace that now. And see how it would be to draw those knees back in towards your chest, go back into the circles that we started with. Either knees together or knees apart, you choose. Good. Yeah, lovely. Okay. Now, for the final part of the class, we'll come into a little massage. So you can grab your massage ball or balls. And then if you've got two massage balls, I'll show you two different techniques. two massage balls. One will be underneath each kind of side butt area, and then you rock a little from side to side to get into that piriformis, that side buttock area a bit more. If you've got one massage ball, you can go right into the figure four stretch where you cross one ankle over the opposite knee and then start a little bit of rocking. If this area is pretty irritated right now, I recommend not using a massage ball and instead just doing the figure four stretch. Or if you find the area is, yeah, a little sensitive, but it feels okay if I don't do the figure four stretch and just rock from side to side, you could also choose that. So we've got any combination, either rocking the hips around to massage into the hips, or figure four, or both. Now, my friends in studio, I'm just going to take a little look around. If anybody needs anything, like a second massage ball or a different massage ball, can you just raise your hand and I'll come around and give you a little hand? Good. Jerry, do you need anything? It did? Okay. Well, that's fantastic. Okay, that's like magic. Okay, pain gone. Yeah, my pleasure. So you're welcome to massage just as long as you want here. You can spend time figure four on each side. You can spend time moving those massage balls up or down. Sometimes it's even nice to bring them a little higher up. The only thing we'll be doing after this massage is going into our Shavasana. We might be doing that with legs on a chair or legs extended or legs up against the wall. Now, we've still got almost 10 minutes left in class, so you spend as much time as you want massaging. Also, spend as much time as you want in Shavasana. I'm just going to save this from the heater so it doesn't melt. Good. Okay. Oh, I want to do the same for your sun practice. Good. I'm going to put them up here. Excellent. Good. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. So for some people in child's pose, doesn't feel good, like it's too much on the knees or it's too much back here. If that's so, like if child's pose doesn't work for you or your hips are up really high, you can't get them back, I suggest just doing this instead. Just doing that instead. Yeah. So you can kind of choose. Do you want me to take a look? Mm-hmm. So you can bring your knees wider. Yeah. And then that just gives more room for your belly. Yeah. Yeah. And then your bum, can it move back a little bit towards your heels? There you go. That's it. Yeah, it's sort of a back and forth thing. And George, if you bring, rather than your toes tucked under, bring the tops of the feet onto the ground. Yeah, like that. Exactly. So it might give you a bit more room to come into it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my pleasure. Good. Yeah, that's it exactly. And then you can get that nice little back stretch from it. Sorry, here you go. Lauren, I'm coming to you, my friend. Here you go. You're welcome. So your only job right now, my friends, is to be comfortable. That might be a little bit more massage and movement. It might be moving into your Shavasana. If you would like a chair for your Shavasana, just give me a little wave. I'm very, very happy to bring one over to you. Other option is bolster underneath your knees to take that pressure off the low back. So getting as comfy and cozy as you possibly can. Know you're always welcome to stay with a bit of movement. Another thing that can help release into the low back, Aisha, is a little bit of weight on the body. So, for example, if you've got legs on a chair, we put the bolster on top of the legs. But another thing that can help is weight on the front of the tummy, just sort of right below the navel. If anybody would like to try, yes, a little bit of weight there. We've got sandbags, they're about 5 pounds or so, and it can really help that relief. You just call me over. If you'd like to have a sandbag, I'm very happy to bring one. Yeah, excellent. Where would you like them? Ah, you're welcome. So the sandbag, it can help take pressure. If you put it here, it can help take pressure off the low back. Yeah, so I'm going to put it on Jocelyn over here. Do you want to try one too, George? That's a heavy one, hey? Yeah, why not, hey? Good. So our job here is to find a comfortable place to breathe. Take a little bit of time just feeling that full breath move in and out of the nose. Good. So it's going to go right here. There you go. You're welcome. As you do, as you find that full breath, notice how it feels to shrug your shoulders away from the ears. So finding that extra little space again. And see again if you might find just a little bit more room inside the jaw, that tiny little space between upper and lower jaw, that tiny little space between upper and lower row of teeth. You might even bring the tip of the tongue to rest against the roof of the mouth or the back of the top row of teeth to relax the jaw. Good. This can help us bring into that rest, digest, repair response. Signs that you're there, or yawns or sighs, or even sounds of digestion, little tummy noises. These are all great signs to say that we are starting to relax a little bit deeper. And let's take another few full breaths. Another few full breaths, just exactly as you are. And then in your own time, just as you feel ready, you can start to make a little bit of movement in your body. So maybe that's wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, perhaps rolling the head, the neck a little from side to side. Take some time to come back into your body in a way that feels good for you. Doesn't matter how that is. Good. You can keep that on if you want. Yeah. Good. Now you are welcome, as always, spend a little bit more time just as you are. So you don't need to come to a seated place if you feel really comfy. You're welcome to stay there. If you do want to transition towards a seated position, just bring those knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a hug and slowly, slowly make your way over to one side for a couple of breaths. Yeah, and then from there, you can push yourself up to find that comfortable seat. Option to either have palms face down on the lap or palms together at the heart. Eyes can close. And then let's close our practice together with 3 shared breaths. So first exhale, release the breath. Just let it go. And then inhale, breathe deep into the space of the heart. Exhale, soft sigh out the mouth. Again, inhale into the heart. Exhale out the mouth. And one more breath, just like that. Softly bow your head over your fingertips. Here, symbolically releasing the thoughts of the mind into the space of the heart. So, infusing all thoughts with the qualities of the heart: love, compassion, and forgiveness. Take another breath, lifting the heart to the mind. And then as you exhale, slowly peel open your eyes, softly lift your gaze. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming today. Take your time. If you have any questions about anything we did, please ask me.